to protect him. We're gonna figure it out as we jump into Champion Select. Both teams with a 1 and a 0 on their right, which means at the end of the day, one will be tied up with 1 and 1, and the other one will get a 2 at the beginning. Those Ratones are expected to win, but as we jump into the Champion Select, we start from level 1. Keep that in mind. Rumble, Skarner being removed. Where's the Nafiri? Where's the Nafiri? I want to see
Nafiri and
that.
Gwen. Nafiri and Gwen. Oh, there is Nafiri already from Lost of Tolerance. Still don't
Gwen
want to
from
see her
Ela?
despite them being on the blue side.
I don't see a lot banning Gwen. If Velia is alive, nah, don't do it. Come on, give him
They're
a
on the
chance.
blue side, right? They have the first
Yeah.
pick. If they don't ban it here, it will go through. And instead, they do decide to do it. I think Doxy, a very big carry top laner, you want to shut that option down of letting him get it if you don't prioritize it enough to get it on the first pick. That's a good step. Maybe the Danish Dynamite is growing here. I actually like this progression.
Bro, he's scoping so much.
What the
my God.
bands he's saying they're looking good.
Let me live in my delusion here, okay?
Okay,
I'm full on
I have-
Delulu, but we're committing to
Yeah.
it. I
You know
believe-
what? That's admirable, actually. Please don't change that, Clink.
Never mind. Don't give him a Shia, guys. What are we doing? Why are we giving him a Shia? I said this in the first game. He's so unbeatable on it. But Nida is one of the most creative mid laners I have seen. He popularized back in 2021 the Cyan mid lane, a small renaissance we saw when he piloted it in the Italian league. So maybe he cooked something up. Again, I'm absolutely full on Delulu here. But let's see what they respond with.
You know what I like you the most is your knowledge of the weirdest things in League of Legends and History Rise. Even though you were terrible on the game show of Wants to Be a Challenger, which was about history, man, I love your wiki. Like, there's a wiki inside of your brain, which is lovely. Now, putting Yone versus Nemesis is not an easy task, especially when he's playing this Azir. He's clean with it. Maokai to follow it through, and now Velia is aware of what he's going to play against, so... Is this game one like Mirror?
Almost. I mean,
Where's how we
things just...
start?
Some things just work for Lost Ratones, and why would you want to change them? I'm looking at Venomcrest though. This Yone is a very dangerous pick for Nitro at the moment, because if you're pulling Yone versus Azir in the laning phase, you really want to help your jungler helping you out as much as possible. And Maokai definitely should be an easier pick for Gubi to pilot compared to his Poppy in game number 1. Still expecting to see something more from Gubi after that first game, but he just lane swapped, so we'll see what else he has in his pockets. And I am so jealous of you, Artyom, right now. This is the third Pantheon we're seeing today, and still 0 Swains that I've seen on the drafts. I'm feeling
I suffered so much until this moment, you know. The hardships provide good times. Now, ooh, wait, what? Really? Ooh. Okay. Duckling, you know it.
I'm feeling more and more uncertain over here. The Pantheon has been so strong today, especially if they get ahead early. I mean, Lost Ratones, they won't be running it straight back to what they did in game 1, but the two main carries remain all the same. Bowser's champion pool essentially untouched as we head into the second ban phase. Venomcrest set their sights on Reckless, who, you know, does have a very strong champion pool as well, but Cyan is open, Gragas is open. You can't trim down Bows now. The Warrior is ticking in, but we remain confident, right?
Are we? Are you sure
Right.
about that?
He's questioning it. He's asking for help at this moment. We're just halfway into the draft. Tell me,
Yeah,
Solana.
he should be asking for help, because this Misfortune is of course going into Colby's hands. He knows what he's doing, but Misfortune is a champion who requires a lot of setup on her team, and for the enemy team to not be able to disrupt her when she is in her ultimate. I am not seeing either of the two being fulfilled right now. Venomcrest still have their support to fill in, so maybe that will help Colby a little bit, but I am uncertain about this Misfortune.
Pick a support now for Venomcrest, save the top lane for last, and pick the Rumble so you have enough AP so that Maokai doesn't have to go AP. Please do that.
Please no.
And my hope might be a little bit bigger, because that allows the setup. You have the Yone, the Equalizer, all of that. There you go. Plan one.
Okay,
Like,
good.
okay.
I like that. I like
Okay.
that.
Yeah.
That's really good. You can stop Crowley pretty easily, and will make his curtain call a bit less useful there. So, okay. I really like that pick, though. I think that really helps them a lot. You have a bit of the wombo combo as well. If you find the right team fight, you can definitely have an angle now. It starts, you know, tying the knot around the composition that Venomcrest want to build, and it's starting to come, you know, clearly out to me, and I'm starting to believe a bit more. Maybe we are back, baby. This is the way of esports, right? So quickly up and down. Very reactionary here. But sadly, Gragas was left open. I said it in game 1. I will say the same. He's impeccable on it. Sion, nothing needs to be said there. It's Bowser's Sion.
Yeah.
But that allows at least the misfortune to be left untouched during the channeling, because one of the concerns for Vel'Koz was the Gragas. Now misfortune can channel it. Okay, now, it's locked in. Solari, final thoughts.
I was hoping for Rich Gang to be the team that is going to not be playing around Baus in game number one of Los Ratones. They weren't. Venomcrest is my second pick, so hopefully they will have something else prepared in their sleeves.
Looks good. Do you have it in you, Duckling, right now? You think it's the Venomcrest, the Danish powerhouse, or whatever you're talking about? Yeah, okay.
I like the Nah, and I will say this, right? I might have been a bit less confident.
I love our production so much for that. He was ready to go off on the copium take. Trouble has been replaced by a cursed doll. Everything about this is so cursed, man. That is so funny. That is honestly shutting Duckling down before he could take the most coke take ever.
He couldn't even say a single word.
He didn't even get his jacket off in time. We just cut him off before he could say a word. Ah, oh, Duckling,
We
that's
couldn't
what you
even
get.
hear the D on Denmark, you know? Like, we didn't even get the essence.
I'll give you the short form version of what Duckling was gonna say. Yada yada yada, Denmark, yada yada yada, copium. And we are into game. Los Ratones versus Venomcrest. Now, let's come in with the real takes. There's a lot of faith we obviously have in Los Ratones, but I like this draft from Venomcrest. I'm gonna be real with you. It's not a bad draft at all. Nameplates off. I'm quite excited.
All right. Things that scare me when you play versus Los Ratones versus things that actually look pretty good. Number 1, Baus on Sion. You kind of gave the guy who made his name on this champ, his champ. Number 1. Number 2, Nemesis on Azir. Very damn scary. I think he's so confident on the champ. And I'll talk a little bit about Imia Masses about the ego of Nemesis in a very good way, as in he's like probably one of the best laners we have in the NLC, and a lot will agree, maybe LEC as well. He's very, very strong in terms of laning phase. However, that bot lane for Venomcrest is so damn strong. Misfortune can AD check the Jhin, and you also have Leona into Rakan, which is a straight up counter pick. If you pin the Rakan, you get to trade really hard with the Misfortune. So the top side belongs to Los Ratones for sure for me, but the bot side has a lot of room to play around for Gooby.
Yes, absolutely. Have to see how the junglers kind of play this one out. Again, we've had a lot of Pantheon today. Pantheon in every game so far, Trouble. It's been a major pick for the junglers today. And honestly, even in the loss, it looked pretty good. Like, Pantheon's been incredibly solid today. Velia, one of our better junglers in the league, piloting a very, very aggressive champion. Now, I did say this in game number 1. Pantheon does nosedive. If snowballed, great. It's a bit like LeBlanc in that sense, where, like, if you get ahead on one of those champions, you can 1v9 a game. Velia, can they put the performance in we saw in our last game? Right now, Los Ratones' bot lane are getting bullied pretty heavily, and you talked about this actually to me off air, but NF's a bit of a stat checker for Jhin.
And so is Jhin as well. Like, Jhin is technically a stat checker in the early game. However, you have to straight up counterpick on the support, as I said earlier right here. So Reckless walks forward, you jump onto Crowny, and Toxie and Baus right here are going toe-to-toe. As you will see on the bottom right of your minimap as well, both junglers are going to be piloting towards that bot side of the map, which is a very strong suit. If you are Kobe and Wendell, you do want your jungler to end up towards the bot side. However, due to the nature of the matchup, Velia will be done first. Kobe and Wendell really need to cover the tri-brush right there, or any form of wraparound from Velia towards that bot side of the map. And they also need to be ready to allow Gooby to get priority into that river. Very nice reset right here from Velia. Go back, buy items, head topside.
Yeah, Ian Baus taking a very aggressive stance there. I think he was thinking about flashing on Doxy. Just keeps landing those E's onto him, gets the slows, pops the W, forces Doxy to flash. And like you said, Velia is now heading topside. Flashless is going to be very exposed. Nemesis able to shuffle away from Wendell's Zenith Blade. I think we're about to see some action here on the top side, although Baus may lose his life before that even happens. Doxy gets the kill onto him, but Baus is going to look to try and run him down. Not going to find the window, as Doxy will stop the zombie form down. Meanwhile, in the bot side, Reckless able to jump on to Kobe, as now we're going to see Gooby jumping in onto Reckless. Reckless able to escape that play, though. A lot of disjointed plays across the board. Top side, there's still some action breaking out, though, as Wendell does Zenith Blade back in. They do get a bit of damage onto Doxy, but he's able to escape with his life.
I feel like Gooby was a little bit overzealous right there. There's no way, even if you dive a Rakan with Flash, he has Flash, he has E, he has W. He's just a slippery champ. You actually have to basically layer the CC so flawlessly between the Leona and the Flash. Twisted advance from Gooby to make that play work, but now it's a flashless Maokai, and you've taken nothing from that bot lane other than a heal from Reckless. Topside got a little bit punished because Doxy actually greeted for the wave and got jumped on by Velia, which will then, in return, deprive Gooby of his Raptors, unless he can smite that one away. I mean, Q smite is pretty powerful, I guess.
Yeah, was able to pick that one up. Baus doing Baus things here and getting the proxy off. It'll be a bit of a pain. Nemesis slowly but surely getting whittled down by Niter. Has got the key 3 charged up, so Nemesis needs to be careful. Is gonna be able to dodge that knock-up. It's just constant back and forth in this mid lane. Now Gooby invading into the chicken camp. This time Velia is able to secure it.
Yeah, he just burned his smiting his own Raptors, right? But it shows you how strong that bot lane is. They're literally wrapping around.
Yeah, they are looking for them, but you said it. Slippery. It's so hard to pin a Rakan down. Jumps in, gets the work done. Crownie finds himself a little bit caught. Wendell takes a 4th shot, though. Venomcrest not under any real threat. You get the heal off from the Gleaming Quill. Is now Kobe needs to be careful. He's going to dodge away. The knockup lands in. Crownie's got 4th shot available. I don't think it's enough to finish the kill, as Wendell has to flash away to safety. Velia now here.
I feel like Wendell has been pressing... oh, he's going to find
here
him!
He comes.
He's going to find him!
Oh, he gets the kill! Bounce! Beautiful knock-up onto one. Velia secures the next one. Los Ratones find their kills.
Level 6, reset into send it down bot lane. Catches both Kobe and Wendell under their tower with super low HP. And that's what I was alluding to. I'd like to see Wendell not press E every time it comes off of cooldown. Not every trade is a good trade. Especially when you're super low on mana, and I feel like right there, Crownie and Reckless super hard capitalized onto that one. Baus, there's no way he's dying anytime soon right here. He's level 6, he's level 4, level 5. There's just a BF shot onto Kobe, and he's going to lose way too much underneath his tower, so he's going to be the nuisance that he is. Meanwhile, Los Ratones have swapped towards the bot side of the map.
Oh, Niter tried for the all-in there on Nemesis. Nemesis able to just send him packing. Wendell still continuing to be an irritant to Baus. Baus already picked himself up 2 plates on the bottom side, as Los Ratones aren't looking to give this dragon for free. They're not going to hard commit for it, but they were looking to just be a bit of a nuisance. Plates now secured. Doxy able to dodge away on the deadly flourish as Crownie continues to apply pressure, and Baus just going to happily hold this wave underneath the tower. Going to get that knock up, clear the wave. Easy as you like. Gets the reset off as Nemesis able to escape Niter's all-in once again.
Yeah, and that's some beautiful macro play, right? That's what makes Los Ratones who they are right now, because they are playing so flawlessly around the map, the way they managed to pressure through Baus, the ultimate out bot lane into Crownie and Reckless, instantly resetting, going straight towards the top side of the map, securing the void grabs, playing aggressive into enemy jungle. Raptor's taken away by Velia again. He's going to secure that level 6. He might look for a dive towards the top side of the map. He's going to try to take that red buff. However, Gooby and Wendell are going to be there just in time. But just the sheer pressure of just entering the jungle, taking control, setting down the vision, resetting, forces teams to sort of chase them around the map. And that's a 2,000 gold lead that has already been created for the side of Los Ratones.
We are seeing as well the swaps coming in. Baus able to escort the wave underneath the tower. Probably could have taken an extra plate, but he wants to get that reset in and head back towards his matchup.
What's this though? Venomcrest bot lane has a swapped into the top side. What does Los Ratones do? They wait in that tribe bush, they reset, and they're gonna play towards the bottom of the map. Or
no,
they faked it and they're gonna kill.
Cobby goes down, Grand Star forwards on point, and now Wendell finds himself in the curtain call. Dodging away quite efficiently here. Fourth shot makes the hit. Ooh. And there's the spear from Velia to dunk the kill down. Los Ratones take exactly what they wanted.
Oh, that was so well played. They were resetting in the tribe rush, but when they saw Cobby and Wendell overextend, they decided to stay to punish for the double kill instead. 2 kills onto Velia right now. 2-0, 600 gold up. And we did see in the previous game what happens when a Pantheon gets ahead, especially in the early game. Let's watch this one more time. They were actually resetting. You see Baus was heading towards the top side of the map as well, but they did see kills in their sides. They had Velia diving in from the sky with that Pantheon ult as well and capitalize on the Wendell here as well. Very well played. A little bit of a sacrifice onto tempo, if you will, but 2 kills in that in the bank. I'm pretty sure it's going to be worth it.
Oh, they're sitting very happy off the back of that one. And again, it feels like Venomcrest are behind the lane swap every time that Los Ratones move their bot side somewhere else. Cobby and Wendell are just not there to answer, so Doxy getting pushed behind. Is Baus dead? He does that. He does that. It's part of his MO, really, isn't it?
That is true. Listen, I was just thinking, like, in terms of an anime, if Baus was a side character, he would be such an interesting side character. For sure. He wouldn't be the MC. The MC would have to be like some loud guy who's like all in every time, but like he would be probably the best side character that an anime could ever create.
He's the main character. What are you talking about? We're actually having a replay on the bottom side of our screen of Baus getting caught out as he's able to grab himself another plate in the meanwhile. And this fight just went on for ages. We're currently watching Baus fighting in 2 different screens right now. He is actually in real danger. No flash available to him. Doxy has that flash that he can just chase after. Oh! Baus just flashes over the wall. Doxy's got R. I think he got away with it. There's no way he pulls that escape off again.
What a fantastic escape. However, talking about escape, Gooby is looking. He's thinking about the R.
Brownie has that cleanse, has that flash. It's going to get caught out. Xenoblade comes in. There's the bullet time. It's going to get cancelled out. 3 ultimates for a flash and cleanse.
Wow, that was like literally the tip of Leona. Could have hit right there, just about off. And it's not going to result into anything. However, the very crucial part is that 1 minute and 20, again, when you're playing Jhin into Leona, Yone, and Maokai, not having flash cleanse could really, really cost you. Let's see if Venomcrest are actually going to capitalize. The resets are going to start coming through. 1 minute on the map, and I'm seeing Wendell will head towards the top side of the map. They could potentially look to play for the Void Grabs to not give 6 away to Los Ratones. We do know Baus on the side lane and what he can do. But giving 6 away, your towers are going to start really getting hit.
Yeah, it looks like everybody's coming in though. Crowny and Reckless have gone for the resets and are looking to move over. I think Venomcrest is just going to have to give this up. The question is are they going to get that second dragon under their belt? This grub camp is going down so fast with the Azir in the area. They probably have time to move over in time. You can see that Crowny and Reckless have just redirected their appearance and moved over towards that mid side so they can pressure here on the bottom and try for this dragon number 2. This will be the feat of strength upgrade for the side of Los Ratones if they can grab this dragon, and it looks like they're going to contest it.
Yeah, absolutely. You need to play towards that bot side of the map. You've got Bloodthirster onto Cobby, onto this Misfortune. Summoners up and available. Unfortunately, you do not have item for Nitro, which is the most important thing right here. Blade of the Ruin King really makes Yone what he is as a champion and makes him super strong, and the spike is great. At that one item, he can start trading, he can start diving backline. However, it's not going to be the case. On the other side, Los Ratones do have their first items complete, at least for everyone joining. Baus is going to push down that wave and head towards that bottom of the map. That's a 4 versus 5 in favor of Los Ratones, and Doxy has got a long way to go until he reaches the bot side. Oh,
that's
dear.
it. Kubi's caught. Call comes out, and that's going to be the shot to secure the kill. Reckless interrupting onto Kobe. There's the shuffle back. Caught out by Niter. They trade out, but Bounce finds the knock up. Wendell's low. Kobe's low. Crowley secures the kill. Good little interrupt on Reckless trying to jump in as the Grand Starfall makes its way over. Can they find their mark? Niter trying to get a bit of additional damage out. It's not going to be enough to secure a kill, but Los Ratones will get the dragon off the back of that one. The tempo is very much theirs.
Yeah, and I just want to give context right here. That was a Yone with no items, and he looked super scary. Imagine if that was a Blade of the Ruined King. Nitro could potentially change how this fight went. I was just going to head over the top of the map. Doxy has taken all but one Terry plating off of that top lane tower, and I feel like Venomcrest, again, this is where teams become from good, great, when you suddenly get out of that spectator mode and you do have your play done. However, we talked with the players before as well, and we don't necessarily know how much practice they've had together as a team, particularly from Venomcrest. All 4 tire platings are gonna go over to Doxy onto that Gnar. Behind in gold still for Doxy. But again, for Venomcrest, I feel like it was a little bit of a thorn right there. Just now completed Blade of the Ruined King or Niter, but you have given Major Strength away and that second dragon.
Los Ratones did give up a lot of tempo on the map. You can see they're currently kind of scrambling around the map trying to figure out their lane assignments after sorting that one out, but they haven't given up first Tower Blood yet, although it looks like Nemesis may be able to cash that in on the bottom side, as Knight has been interrupted on his way in to the lane. So they are going to back off, though. Too many people starting to collapse towards that bot lane and towards Nemesis, so Baus under fire. Doxy will be able to finish up this tower nice and easily. Just going to quickly get a chunk onto the wave, force it back, and Doxy can't take the tower yet.
Yeah, a little bit later here from Venomcrest, trying to take some control of the jungle. Would have loved to see this when the dragon was actually up. They're looking for a Hex Flash onto the Jhin.
Oh, Crowny, he's got that cleanse. He's had to use it already inside the bullet time. Finds himself in danger, but Wendell chunked out. There's the Deadly Flourish. Curtain has been called, and Wendell has been sniped. Beautiful shot coming in from Crowny. In comes Reckless with the 2-man knock-up. Los Ratones are just so hard to catch out.
Crowny burns his cleanse, but most importantly, gets out of dodge alive. And what an unfortunate event. The twisted advance that went right through the bullet that killed Wendell. Oh, that's been so unfortunate. Meanwhile, Velia has found himself some time to not only take those flowers off of Gooby's jungle, but also his blue buff. Los Ratones all over the map. 4,000 now. The gold lead for the rats. And usually the snake eats the rat, but in this particular case, it's just too many rats to handle.
That's a big old rat, this one. Nemesis. He's been struggling to close out on the wave, though. Niter with that Bork. Gonna jump in. Nice little shuffle back. Reckless is here, though, to buy the time and save the day. Catch up onto Niter. And Nemesis is able to back off. Grand Starfall committed here from Velia. Niter has the knock-up. Is going to catch it up onto Baus, but Baus finds the knock-up onto Wendell in the middle of all of this. Teleport coming in as well from Doxy. Deadly Flourish makes its connection. Baus flashes away. Solar Flare lands onto one. Gooby finds himself in danger, and that's going to be one already for Los Ratones. In jumps Nemesis and secures himself the kill. Doxy trying to make a run for it. Zenithblade makes his connection as Velia slides in once again. Double kill for him. Reckless finds the knock-up onto 2, and Los Ratones find the ace. A triple kill for Velia. Down goes the tower. This team
Velia
is looking so clean.
So huge on this Pantheon. 2.6 thousand gold up. And they played this perfectly. You know why? Because Kobe didn't have his bullet time. They knew they could funnel through that choke point because Doxy was Mininar. Kobe didn't have ult. Gooby didn't have ult. Venomcrest were missing key components to fight in this Tribrush, and let's watch one more time. Niter, first of all, commits his ultimate way too early on to Nemesis, and this is how the Azir versus Yone matchup works. You're gonna ult one, the other one's gonna ult out, he's gonna ult your way. Reckless, so slippery together with Nemesis onto this Azir. Velia's then gonna come in. The TP committed by Baus and decide to cut them off at this Tribush. And if you look at the key component ultra here, they're all missing. Kobe's gonna come through, and suddenly you see it's starting to look pretty good, but there is no bullet time. There's been chances for such a great bullet time right here, but you don't have it. You do not have the Mega Gnar, and Los Ratones are taking complete advantage of those cooldowns missing from the side of Venomcrest.
What a knock-up as well. Reckless has been so so clean as now we are looking at Reckless being chased
Wow.
down, but the quickness,
You almost dinked it.
he's so hard to do it.
Oh!
And that is going to be the kill on to Wendell. The curtain has been called for Gooby. Able to evade one shot, but not the third. Crowny secures another kill. 8-0 on the Jin. He has had an absolute cracker of a day.
I was about to say from downtown, but Baus came from uptown. All the way from that top lane on the flank ult onto Sion. And you're right, Crowny has looked invincible on this Jin. And even though their laning phase early on didn't look the best, however, Doxy in 1 second is getting caught here.
Nice little knockback, but immediately gets himself caught out. Beautiful deadly flourish. Nemesis secures the kill. Baus is in a bit of danger here. Or is it Nita who's in danger? Chunked out. Baus looking for the kill, but Wendell makes his way over. CC layered. Kill secured. Baus chases onto Nita, although Nita has the knock up. They find himself a little bit of extra CC. Baus just going to clear the wave. Wendell stopping him from getting the cannon.
Yeah, Titanic Hydra right there helps clear out the wave. Double tunnel as a lot of AD as Crowny and Reckless take mid lane tower. Velia is taking care of that bot lane, pushed it out and off to the Dragon. It's going to be the second one for Los Ratones. And again, I feel like we've talked about this way too often, but I feel like it's worth mentioning the fact that not a lot of people have played or practiced around how Baus likes to play the game. He will overextend, but the overextension is taken advantage instantly from the rest side of Los Ratones. Look at the deep wards from the bot jungle of Ruby. Mid lane tower, gone. Mid lane wave, pushed. Bot lane wave, pushed. Everything else on the map belongs to Los Ratones when you see one or more members committed onto killing Baus. And Baus is playing those sort of champions that are so slippery that can actually earn so much time for your team to make plays across the reef. And that's exactly what he does here with the Sion. Although,
Yeah,
I will say, that's not the Sion I'm used to, man. He's changed. That's not a full AD Sion.
Yeah, true. I mean, Overlord Floodveil gives AD, I guess. So they are looking for something. Velia actually finding himself a little caught out. Puts up the W. There's going to be the knock-up onto multiple members. Curtain Call comes out. Bullet time kind of wasted. Baus teleporting in. They find an interrupt onto a couple of people. That's going to be a good shuffle back as Nemesis scores the kill. Grand Starfill forwards. Velia jumps in. CC's too thick. And Los Ratones. I mean, we're not surprised, are we, really? These guys have been so clean. Oh, Kobe, caught out, deadly flourish, instant turnaround, and he is popped by Baus. Doxy gets the transform, gets the knockback, but Crowny fourth shots him into the ace.
Yeah, Los Ratones so dominant for yet another game. 2-0 most likely on the day, and that's what you're expecting, right? Winter Split champions, EMEA Masters champions coming through, absolutely breezing through that day one. And let's watch this one more time. I feel like there's so much miscommunication going through for Venomcrest right here. Gooby doesn't have his ultimate available, but on the other side, Wendell does. That bullet time went into the absolute void as well. There wasn't an easy C to stick down. And then when the Maokai ult came in, Azir was also on the flank at that time. Veldy is going to flank around. Kobe has to flash out. It's just like there's not much coordination to try and pin one member down, and everyone from Venomcrest commits onto that. Of course, the huge influx in gold in Los Ratones' pockets has a lot to do with that, because they're just sending it every time another an entire item up. That has a lot to do with it. However, if you want to commit onto one play, come back into the game, you have to commit onto one champion and actually send it to try and get those shutdowns in.
Absolutely. Venomcrest down just an absurd amount of gold for a game that's only 21 minutes in. Baron hasn't even spawned, and they have no towers outside of their base. Los Ratones closed out their first game versus Chaos incredibly fast, and looks like not too much is going to be changing this time around. Venomcrest, and not a bad roster as well, so it kind of shows you that, you know, Los Ratones just don't feel a threat by anybody. In jumps the fight. Doxy's going to jump over as well. Gets himself the two-man gnaw back. Good ultimate comes in for the shutdown onto Velia. The problem is Nemesis is on the back line, and Kobe's being stack checked, run down. Crowny throws down the curtain call. 1 kill, 2 kill in the bag.
Los Ratones with a double kill to finish that one. Look on the bot side of the map. Baus has a wave. He can push down that inhibitor tower. Another wave crashing into that mid lane. Meanwhile, Reckless and Nemesis are keeping Doxy busy. This is going to be a triple wave push coming through from Los Ratones, and that's exactly what needs to be studied. The triple wave push into the play when you're ahead to solidify your victory. And Baus right here is going to join his team. Reckless and Crowny are not too far behind. They're going to look to take that second inhibitor. However, Venomcrest just spawned. Baus.
He's going to get himself in a bit of danger, able to flash away from all of the CC. Doxy maybe trying to chase forwards, but the healing comes in for the Quill. Baus slowed down by the boulder toss. Solar Flare not available to Wendell yet. In comes the teleport. Venomcrest see this is their best opportunity to get some shutdowns and get a kill, but now they're going to find the damage on to Gooby. Here's dumped. Crowley gets himself the kill. Wendell making a runaway is now in jumps Reckless. Doxy could find himself under fire. Crowley gets a double. That's going to be Doxy running away as well. It's a triple kill. Gifted over to Crowley. He just continues to chase forwards. They're going to find the lockdown onto this Misfortune. A little bit too quick to catch. Nita trying to find a kill onto one, but can't find that knock up. They get the lockdown. They get the shove back, and Nita is going to be able to escape just about. But with the rift held up, it looks like Los Ratones have got this in the bag. Baus jumps in onto the fountain. That's the lockdown onto Copy as he is dunked. Crowley finds the kill. It's a dancing herald. Los Ratones are back in full force.
Exactly what was expected by the Winter Split Anemia Masters champions.